Welcome back to Market Fatafat on ET Now, and let's welcome on board Chandan Taparia of Motilal Oswal, who is joining us to highlight some of the technical bets that he is looking at. Hi Chandan, a very good afternoon and thank you so much for your time. First of all, let's talk about Muthoot Finance. The stock has been shining bright. Tell us what are the levels that you are tracking and what is the setup looking like?
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me. So Muthoot Finance is one of the strongest counter. It is up by more than 45% in this calendar year and trading at its lifetime high. Technically, it has given a consolidation breakout of last 13-14 days and has been making higher tops, higher bottom from last 4 days. So now with support of 2050, we believe the upcoming momentum could continue and ongoing move can extend towards 2350 in Muthoot Finance.
View coming in on Muthoot Finance and the next levels to spot on that stock on the charts at least. But let's move away from that, talk about the railway space that's in focus. You have Railtel that's also been buzzing, but the stock that we're talking about right now is RVNL because the company has emerged as the lowest bidder for the Koraput Singapore Road doubling project by the East Coast Railway. The work involves the execution of 27 major bridges, including 22 major bridges and 5 railway overhead bridges, and the earthwork for the formation of approaches, protection works and other connected miscellaneous works. That is the first order win that they have recently bagged around 11:30 or so today. The company was also declared the lowest bidder for a central railway project worth 137 crores last evening. So 2 consecutive back-to-back projects coming in within a span of 24 hours for this company. Stock is also reflecting the positive review because remember last 9 trading sessions the stock has been in the red. It's been a good recovery for the stock today and up almost 5% as we speak.
All right, that's about Rail Vikas Nigam. But moving on then, and Chandan, talk to us about Laurus Lab. Even I was amazed to see that the stock is now around 600 odd levels or so, because we have been just talking about the earnings. There was no much upside, but seems like that the investors and the traders are finding this stock very lucrative. Tell us that where do you see the stock headed?
So yes, the momentum is clearly visible in the counter. We have noticed that selective sectors are doing well even after the profit booking decline in the market. Laurus Lab is one of the strongest names we are recommending from last couple of days. On weekly chart, it formed a head and shoulder and also a pole and flank pattern, which clearly indicates the bullish momentum could continue. The stock is trading at multiple years high and Nifty Pharma Index is holding the gain. So with support of 585, the ongoing momentum can extend towards 630. So one can hold for immediate as well as the positional point of view for next leg of rally in the counter.
All right, then that's about Laurus Lab. And moving on, then let's put the spotlight on Ashoka Buildcoin because this counter is in focus today and it seemed to be reacting positively. As we are aware that there is indeed a news flow coming in on this particular counter, wherein the company has actually sold his stake in 11 SPVs for around 2,324 crore rupees. That's indeed a positive news flow, but the stock is not reacting much. It's almost flat in trade right now.
Okay, stock not doing much, but Jinay, you've picked out Power Grid for us. What's the news flow here? Tell us why this has made it to your radar today.
Well, as Power Grid is in focus, as the company has acquired Rajasthan IV4A Power Transmission Limited. This is an SPV project and they will be establishing a transmission system for evacuation of power from Rajasthan REZPHIV. Now in this project will be done on a build, own, operate and transfer, which is BOOT basis. Also from the bid processor coordinator, which is REC Power Development and Consultancy. Now RIV4A PTL, which was acquired by Power Grid, this was done for an acquisition value for 18.4 crores. Now additional to this, the company also sold 26% residual equity shareholding in the 4 associate companies, and the total proceeds that company received from this equity selling was around 507 crore rupees, and that is why Power Grid is in focus, however currently trading largely flat.
The reason why Power Grid is in focus. Let's talk about another stock that's in focus today, and that is ITC. Lots of things happening when it comes to ITC. Remember, tomorrow is the appointed date and the effective date of the scheme of demerger between ITC and ITC Hotels. And ITC Hotels will have to list in 60 days from December 16. That's when they had received the nod from NCLT Kolkata for the demerger. Now, the demerger structure is rather simple. ITC shareholders will get 1 share of ITC Hotels for every 10 that they hold currently for ITC. But the main news is that last evening, ITC and ITC Hotels have executed a transfer of intellectual property under which ITC Hotels will get the ITC trademark, the logo, label, wording, along with any copyrights derived from such trademarks, the Bukhara, Dampuk and Dakshin trademarks also, office, managerial staff, the staff housing pertaining to the hotel's business, and most importantly, cash and cash equivalents worth of 1,500 crore rupees. So that's the biggest news flow coming in, that they've gone out and carried this internal trademark agreement between them. You also have employees that will be transferring, and hospitality entities like Bay Islands Hotel and Fortune Park Hotel will also now be going under the ITC Hotels umbrella. So that's the news flow basically, and 1% higher. The adjustment, the effective date for this demerger is tomorrow, the 1st of Jan.
All right, that's about ITC. But Chandan, moving on, let's put the spotlight on Petronet LNG. Seems like another breakout candidate, Chandan. The stock is seen to be crossing 350 levels soon.
One of the strongest counter which has seen a decent recovery, and the price setup indicates fresh consolidation breakout of last almost 35 days. Earlier it was finding multiple hurdle near 340, 345 zone. Now a decisive hold can take it to higher zone. If I look at the derivatives front, we have seen some build up of long positions, and stock is holding well above its rising support trend line on the lower time frame. So with support of 338, we are expecting Petronet to extend the move towards 365 zone.
Okay, so that's the levels to watch out for on Petronet LNG. Jinay, you've taken up an entire sector. You've taken banks, and I believe this is on the back of a brokerage note. Tell us what the banking space is doing, because Nifty Bank has been recovering pretty well in today's trade.
Well, as banking stocks are in focus, well, we have a report by UBS on banking stock. What they believe is that microfinance PAR 0 plus, which is basically overdues, this was up 110 basis points sequentially in November, raised to about 18.6%, and if you compare this from September level, it's up about to 40 basis points and 620 basis points if you compare it from March of 2024. They also believe that higher slippages are expected in second half of FY25 compared to H1, and effect of a collection of efficiencies of floods or festival in some geographies in October might have partially reversed in November. Now they also believe going forward that the stress might not peak out as well in Q3 because there has been management commentary around stress levels in Q3 persisting as well. Overall, UBS remains neutral on the sector. However, they prefer HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and Federal Bank as the top pick from the banking space.
All right, that's about the banking counters. But another pharma name on your radar, Chandan, talk to us about how's the setup looking like when it comes to Divi's Lab.
Positive on the entire Nifty Pharma index, and the sector is really doing well. If I look at the Nifty Pharma itself, it has been making higher tops, higher bottom, and continuously moving upwards from last 4 days. In fact, in last 10 days, the index has rallied from 21,800 to 23,500, and I believe that most of the counter, including Lupin, Laura Slab, would do well. We have positive on the Divi Slab as well, as it negated its lower top, lower bottom on the weekly chart and forming a strong bullish candle in last 2 trading sessions. We have seen a surge in the trading volume, so with support of 5950, it can head towards 6400 levels.
6400 on the upside for Divi's Labs. A lot of charters are currently very positive on Divi's Labs, so we're not surprised to hear that upside figure coming in. But let's talk about another stock that's in focus today, and that's Indus Towers. Let's talk about what the stock is up to today. Roughly a 1% uptick coming in, not too bad on that stock, because you have a Citi note coming in this morning where they have reiterated their 90-day positive catalyst watch with a target price of 485 rupees per share, which is significantly higher than where the stock is trading right now. They believe that there is improved visibility of dividend reinstatement in either Q3 or Q4 going ahead. They're also penciling in some pickup in tenancies from Vodafone Idea starting in Q3, with a possible inflection in the tenancy ratio from Q4. They say that the declining capex is aiding free cash flow generation, and the stock is trading at 6% or 8% dividend yield on a buy or high risk price. Any progress on Vodafone Idea's debt funding will be a key monitorable to watch going forward. So this is what Citi has flagged off for this stock. They continue to be bullish on this stock. They've reiterated the 90-day positive catalyst watch. The stock is up 1% on the back of this Citi brokerage note.
All right, so that's about Indus Towers. But moving on, Chandan, no surprises there. Another pharma name on your radar. Talk to us about Ipca Labs, there, how you're seeing the stock on the technical front.
As most of the pharma stocks are on my radar, and I see clear price pattern which is talking about the breakout and the fresh leg of rally. In fact, the entire sector is doing well. So IPCA is also one of the strongest candidate, which has recently gave a breakout above 1620 marks, and after that it rallied by more than 70-80 points. So now with support of 1650, this counter can extend the existing momentum towards 1780 marks.
The upside for IPCA Labs, that's Chandan's view coming in. But time for a short break, viewers. But before we head into the break, the year that was 2024, we have to go back and revisit some of the major themes. How did that pan out when it comes to returns? Did equities fare better than commodities? And how did India stack up against the rest of the world? My colleague Sharad is joining us with a roundup of how it all unfolded in the year that's about to end in a few hours from now.
Well, important milestones were achieved for Dalal Street in 2024. If you look at Nifty, it touched 26,000 levels for the first time, and it's up 9th year in a row. Even if the mid cap, you look at it, 5th year up in a row, and small cap also up 2nd year in a row as well. Now let's look at on a year-to-date basis how the indices have performed. Nifty has given almost 10% returns year-to-date basis, and we still have 2 trading sessions to go. Nifty mid-cap, Nifty small-cap yielding more than 23% returns. Also, let's look at how the segments have performed, and of course clear outperformance seen in for realty and pharma. Strong performance coming from IT, auto as well. Metals being 9%, being volatile. But banking, energy, that is on the lower end. But FMCG is the only sector which is coming in the red, coming in at almost 1% degrowth. Also, let's look at the market capital addition which has happened in the Dalal Street, in the BSE. The start of the year, it was around 364 lakh crore, and now that's up 22%, currently at more than 440 lakh crore rupees. Now, let's look at how the flows have actually worked out. The FIs have been selling roughly 3 lakh crores of sale has happened in the cash market. While DI, the absorption has been really strong. Almost 5.2 lakh crore of inflows have come. Now let's look at how the returns have panned out with India versus the global basis. Nifty coming in at 7%. And also if you look at Nasdaq, Nikkei, Shanghai, they have also been gyrating. The numbers were moving around. Nikkei and Nifty is almost same. Shanghai on the other side is higher, 13%, but Kospi has been an underperformer in compared to most of the exchanges. Now let's look at how the asset classes have moved. Bitcoin is the clear winner. You can look at it, 122% gains which has come in here. And of course, a lot of support coming in US legislations and ETF inflows as well. But gold and silver, over here, more than 23% returns for both of these important asset classes as well. But on the other hand, Brent crude has been volatile and downward towards 5%. But clearly, Bitcoin is a winner when it comes to the asset classes performance in dollar terms.
Welcome back to Market Fatafat on ET Now, and within the financial space, let's put the spotlight on L&T Finance, because today Anand Rathi has come out with a note on this particular counter where they are saying that the company has been taking a lot of these new initiatives, and those will be driven by the new MD of the company. L&T Finance is closing the gap with the BAF in its technology interface, that is Bajaj Finance as well as L&T Finance. They are having a close battle when it comes to the technology interface. They have a clear focus that continues on their MFI book, as well as L&T Finance is now a diversified financiers. The management has displayed strong underwriting skills in the collection processes as well, and all in all, Anand Rathi seem to be a bit positive. They are seeing the stock to be trading at 1.5 times its price to book value on forward financial year 27 estimates, with a 2.5% of ROAs, and that's the take coming in on from Anand Rathi. And L&T Finance is in focus. With this, they reiterate their buy call in this particular stock with a target price of 204 rupees.
So good note coming in on L&T Finance. So the stock is not reacting much in today's trade. Chandan, coming to you, Oberoi Realty is the stock that you've picked out, and honestly, this is on most of our charters' radar. We've seen a whole barrage of brokerage notes coming in over the last couple of trading weeks as well. Tell us what is making Oberoi Realty so attractive for you, and if this is your preferred pick from the entire real estate space.
Yeah, so Oberoi Realty is one of the strongest counter we are recommending from last couple of weeks, months. In fact, the stock has been doing well from last almost 6 years. Even in this year, it rallied by more than 60%. On weekly basis, it has been making higher tops, higher bottom. Even on daily basis, it formed a higher base at 22.35. So I believe with support of 2235, the recent consolidation can emerge as a breakout, which can take it towards 2500 zone.
2500 is the next upside that Chandan is spotting on Oberoi Realty. But let's move on and talk about Vodafone Idea. This stock is in focus because we have yet another brokerage note on this stock again, and this time it's by Citi, but they've retained their buy/high risk rating with a target price of 13 rupees. Now a 13 rupee target price for a stock that's currently close to 8 levels is a significant upside coming in. They believe that there is clarity on the debt funding front. It's a key stock catalyst going ahead. The EGM for shareholders approval is going to be held on the 7th of Jan, and the EGM is for the 1,980 crore preferential allotment of shares in Vodafone Idea to the Vodafone Group PLC. This is priced at 11.28 rupees per share. Remember, a couple of weeks ago we had heard about this scheme of arrangement coming in between Vodafone as well as the global parent. Since then, we've seen a couple of brokerage notes coming in, but this is a fresh one that's come in today morning. Citi has retained a buy, target price of 13. Stock is up 1.8% as we speak.
All right, that's about Vodafone Idea. But Chandan, talk to us about Coromandel International. A select fertilizer counters have been doing well, but Coromandel International, what a move after the recent breakout.
Yeah, so momentum is clearly visible, and stock has been holding well above its 50-day exponential moving average. Somehow we believe that as we head towards budget, there will be focus on the rural and the agri economy. So Coromandel is likely to get the highest benefit out of that. It rated by more than 50% in this calendar year. So with support of 1800, we believe this momentum could take it towards 2020 marks.
Next level is on the upside to watch out for when it comes to Coromandel International. That's Chandan's view. Jinay, coming to you, you've picked out Hindalco for us. A positive news flow coming in for this company. Tell us what it is.
Well, as Hindalco is definitely in focus, the company has secured in Meenakshi coal mine, and this allocation will boost resource securitization as well as the deliver cost advantage for the company. Now talking more about the coal mine, it is located in Odisha and is fully explored block with a peak rated capacity, that is PRC, of 12 million tons per annum and approximately to 85.23 million tonnage of geological reserves. Now this allocation of Meenakshi mine aligns with Hindalco's strategy to reduce overall operating cost as well as boost the self sufficiency in terms of energy. Now this mine will replace companies' dependence on auction as well as the linkage coal. Now company is expecting to commence the coal production from CY to 2028. That is why Hindalco is in focus, currently trading up about 0.4%.
All right, that's about Hindalco. But Chandan, talk to us about AB Capital. After a long while, I'm seeing this name popping up specifically on the techies radar because this stock has been a big underperformer for the whole year of 2024. But is this stock now ripe for a good up move?
No, in fact, we are expecting further weakness in the counter. Trend is negative. It has been making lower top, lower bottom on the daily and the weekly chart. And notice that every small decline is being sold. So next support for the stock goes to 165 level. So from current level till it remains below 184, it can go down to 165 levels.
Okay, so slight bit of some concern is what Chandan is spotting for AB Capital. Some levels on the lower side than where the stock is right now. But Jinay, coming to you, you picked out Prestige Estates for us. There's been some internal agreements happening within the company recently. Tell us what exactly it is.
Well, as Prestige is in focus on behalf of a couple of news flows. Firstly, Prestige Exora Business Parks, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of the company, they have acquired a 49% in WSI Falcon Infra Projects. Additionally, if you talk about more about the company than WSI Falcon Infra Projects, that's the company which is developing an IT and IT-enabled services or park in a land parcel of about 6.5 acres situated in Chennai. Apart from this, the company has also done a restructuring of Prestige Realty Ventures, which is subsidiary, and Prestige MRG Eco Ventures. Now, both of these companies are retiring from the partnership firm by withdrawing a consolidated capital of 168 crores and 40 crores respectively. Prestige Hospitality Ventures, they will be contributing and consolidated capital of a current account balance of a total 208 crores for getting admitted into this firm.
Okay, so that's the Coming in on Prestige Estates, that stock higher by almost 1%. But on that note, Chandan, thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Market Fatafat. Chandan on this segment and Osho on the earlier one. And Chandan, once again wishing you a very happy new year. But on that note, viewers, that's the last episode of Market Fatafat in calendar year 2024. We'll be right back with you tomorrow at 1:30 and keep talking about all the big buzzers in today's trade. But on that note, wishing all of you a very happy and a prosperous new year from all of us here at ET Now, and we'll see you tomorrow at the same time.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.